Mardi Gras concerts, late night events, and more on episode 335 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to one of the greatest podcasts out there. This is going to be actually a special episode. It's going to be a little bit more intimate this episode.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. But it can't be just me, right? I got to have somebody else join me. So, Lee?
That would have been interesting if it was just you, Chris.
Yeah, that's a super intimate episode. That's a Producers Club episode.
Oh my God, this is going to be weird.
It's going to be a fun episode. So the reason why we don't have Tracy or Darren on, so it's just going to be me and Lee whispering and talking into your guys' ears the whole time. So
to do ASMR. Hello, everyone.
It sounds interesting.
We need to do a whole episode like that at some point.
ASMR.
Oh my God, this is weird. I feel like two kids that are up late after while the parents have gone to bed and like giggling in the corner.
Mom's still not home. Okay, let's do this.
Oh, man.
So, yes, it's just us two, but we have a ton of news to bring to you guys. So,
a lot, actually. I was quite surprised.
Yeah. But I think we should start it off traditionally. Unfortunately, Tracy's not here, but Lee, can you start us off with some Producers Club birthdays?
Oh, we actually only have one this week, and that is the lovely... Oh,
birthday. Sorry.
Yes,
yeah.
The lovely Julie Klein. Tracy, if you're listening, you need to send her some cake because she sent you some. And her birthday is on the 27th of January. She sent you a lot of cake, actually. In fairness. So happy birthday, Julie!
Happy birthday!
And that's it.
Very
just
cool.
The one.
Okay. Well, she should feel special.
Exactly.
All right. So we have some information that we actually discussed this offline. So late night access. Universal Orlando have announced that annual pass holders can get late night access to Universal Studios Florida for just $25 on February 1st and 2nd during the annual Rock the Universe event. Pass holders will have access to Universal Studios Florida from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m., and they will be able to enjoy select rides and attractions as well as live concerts for $25 plus tax. So we discussed this recently, and I had my reasonings and thoughts on this. Lee, I want to know what you think, why they're doing this.
It's interesting after we've had conversations very recently about Universal not doing kind of upcharge events, and I know it seems from the group chat we've had that this is kind of, I think it's more an effect of them bringing Rock the Universe earlier in the year and them not selling tickets, but still giving, as an annual pass holder, you're getting, 7 hours in the park for $25 plus tax. Is that right? 6 till 1, was it?
Yeah. It's not a bad idea. I mean, it's not a bad deal at all. Honestly, I think $25 is just that right price point to, entice a pass holder to stay till that 1 a.m. We talk about it all the time about, staying late night. You don't get to do it rarely other than horror nights. But even then, you're in the houses. You're not enjoying the park. You're not going to the rides. You're not doing all that fun stuff.
Unless you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. And to me, when I saw this, I mean, the first thing that I saw was them filling in the tickets that they couldn't sell for Rock the Universe, because they even advertised this. You don't really see in the advertisement. It just talks about, I think at the end, about seeing concerts during Rock the Universe, right? And it mentions the name once in there. It's more selling it off as a, come experience late night, $25, yada yada yada. So it's an interesting tactic to get you to go in there, I think, because they're saying, okay, everybody else, you want to come in here, enjoy this, not just, the Christian rock crowd come in here to experience concerts and do all that stuff. And like you mentioned, I mean, changing it 6 months earlier, it's really hard for a lot of these churches and youth groups and all that stuff to to kind of plan a trip that much faster unless you're local to the area, I think.
That's the thing. I mean, when did they announce that they were bringing Rock the Universe earlier in the year? It wasn't that long ago.
No, it was actually pretty recent. I can't remember when, but
within the last, 4 or 5 months, which if you're used to planning it for October or September, and then suddenly they tell you it's in January, that's a hell of a shortening that amount of time you've got to plan an event like this, wrangling all those kids in and stuff. Would you go as a pass holder, Chris?
I would. If for $25, like I said, I think it's that right price point where it's not too much money. I think it offers better value than some of the other things we've seen before. And honestly, I hope they take this as like a test case. I hope they sell out of tickets with people going so that they go, man, people want to see us, be in the parks late, and start offering this as an option on regular nights as well.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't have to close the park early, but do a wristband thing. You get to stay later. It's personally, it's a great deal. I mean, I'm sure you'd probably do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like $25. You're effectively getting in the park with most of the stuff open for $25. It's like a fraction of a day ticket.
Yeah, you're getting 7 hours there, right? That's the right math.
Yeah,
61,
which is not far off a normal day at the parks for like $80 less than it normally is. It's very strange. I don't know how much is a Rock the Universe ticket normally.
I'd be lying to you if I told you. Here are tickets. I found, event ticket.
One night Rock the Universe event ticket is $64.99. So it's even less than half the. See, this is the thing, right? So for $64.99, so you're telling a pass holder that you can come in and experience everything that those other people who are paying $65 for half the price.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I suppose they've forked out for their annual passes in the first place, but
yeah. I mean, it's. I mean, you can look at it as like an annual pass holder perk.
Yeah, but yeah, I hope they look at it and see how many tickets they sell from non-Rock the Universe people and go, do you know what? This is something that people want to experience. Maybe it's something we should look at more in the future, because we've said it before and we're going to see it again in a few weeks' time, that the amount of upcharge opportunities that you have at Universal Orlando is very, very slim pickings.
Yeah. So if you want this to stay around, go out there, go to the parks, go on this date and sell out these tickets. I think that's, the only way they're going to see it is if they sell out tickets and get, a bigger attendance going there and keep it going. Yeah. So, let's see what happens with that.
Yes,
and,
it's going to be
like
interesting.
you mentioned, like you hinted at, we'll be having a discussion about something similar to this coming up soon, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And depending on what a friend of mine allows me to say, we might be having some not very nice words about this as well.
Uh-oh. Okay. May no longer be a friend, so we'll see.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's just whether I'm allowed to talk about it or not.
Okay. Cool. All right, let's go over to Seth with a Little Things clip.
Hi, this is Seth Kaburski, author of The Unofficial Guide to Universal Orlando, and I'm thrilled to be back bringing you the first new installment of All the Little Things for 2019. We'll start off at the front of Universal Studios Florida, where the all-day lockers near the front of the park are being replaced with new models that use ticket scans instead of PIN codes. Also near the front of the park, the dark room on Hollywood Boulevard has opened as a My Universal Photos green screen opportunity. There are 2 different sets of photos, and you can get a bonus photo at each one if you're an annual pass holder. Annual pass holders should also stop next door at the Universal Orlando Annual Pass Holder Lounge, which has been extended through March 31st. In Springfield, the single rider line for the Simpsons ride made a rare reappearance during the peak season, but has now gone away again. And more Mobile Express food ordering locations have been added around the parks, including Fast Food Boulevard, where you can bypass the queue and pick up your food at Flaming Moe's. The MIB Gear gift shop at the exit of the Men in Black ride is now selling custom t-shirts that you can have printed with your own personalized designs. And in Diagon Alley, the mini Owl Post shop that was opened over the holidays is going to continue providing gift wrapping and shipping services year-round. They also provide postmarks similar to the one given out in Hogsmeade. You can also get custom Harry Potter gift wrapping and shipping from the 2 main stores at the front of each park. And if you're a fan of the Night Bus, you'll now find merchandise themed to it inside the Globus Mundi travel shop in Diagon Alley. Hopping over to Islands of Adventure, in Marvel Superhero Island, the Marvel mural depicting all of the characters, which was temporarily removed, has now been restored. Doctor Doom's Fearfall has completed the replacement of its restraints. Both towers now have new seat restraints that no longer use a seatbelt going between the rider's legs. I am sad to report that the classic Dragon's Lair arcade machine that was inside the Marvel Villains arcade has been removed. However, you can still find a Dragon's Lair coin-op inside the Mummy arcade in the New York section of Universal Studios Florida. Inside the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, the standard nighttime lights of Hogwarts show has returned, replacing the Christmas show. But I've heard rumors of a brand new show coming later in this year. And the Forbidden Journey lockers, which have been a big bottleneck from day one, are finally being moved outside into the Forest Queue. It's project number 532, and look for that to start happening very, very soon. Finally, the big little news is all happening in Jurassic Park, where construction walls are up all over the land. Jurassic Park River Adventure is currently closed for standard seasonal maintenance. However, the Jurassic Park games have been removed, and walls have gone up around the back of the Discovery Center and around the Triceratops encounter related to the upcoming roller coaster, which I've previously talked about. Inside Thunder Falls Terrace, the Jurassic World promotional banners have been taken down, but they've introduced a new rice bowl. And recently, Universal filed a trademark for the name Camp Cretaceous, which could possibly be a name used to retheme the current Camp Jurassic. We'll finish up outside of the parks at City Walk, where there's still no confirmation on exactly what is going into the former Emerald's restaurant, even though construction is well underway and you can look through holes straight into the interior of the restaurant. And Toothsome recently introduced a new milkshake called the Thrilla in Vanilla. I'll give you one guess what that's flavored like. That's all for now. This is Seth Kabursky from the Unofficial Guide to Universal Orlando, the Unofficial Guide to Walt Disney World, the Unofficial Guide to Disneyland, and the Unofficial Guide to Las Vegas. And I'll be back again soon with more little things that are new around the Universal Orlando Resort.
So Seth was true to his word. That bit in the end is a lot shorter now.
Yeah. Mr. Worldwide, unofficial.
So I actually made notes this time because I've always said
I did the same exact thing because the last show I promised I'd do that.
Go on then, Chris.
Harry Potter show.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see. I think they still need to do some stuff with crowd controls over there because we've done it once and it was crazy. I don't know how it's gotten over the years or over the year that's been there now, like if it's less crowded. Hopefully, I think we talked about this before about, when they took down the Dragon Challenge, the little back area where like the queue was going in there, if they were going to like take some of that away to give some more space to see the show in the castle. I mean, we haven't heard anything about that, but
no.
I think it's something they should think about because it's congested. Extremely.
I mean, that was always the concern when it was announced that we were like, whoa, it's going to get busy and quick, and it has. I mean, I've seen, obviously we haven't been there since it started, but just seeing pictures that people have been posting on Instagram or in the annual pass holder group, you're like, I know Tracy would not be happy in that, not like a hot Florida night, literally shoulder to shoulder, not being able to move is not my idea of fun.
Yeah. And took down Harry Potter lockers. That's pretty awesome that they're going to fix that. So
yeah, because let's be honest, that Forbidden Journey locker room is an absolute nightmare. And that was putting it mildly.
It's a sauna in there. It's pretty gross.
Awful.
Yeah.
I think the Springfield, the mobile food ordering in there is a brilliant one because it's funny actually, we were watching Tim Tracker's video last night And
Crowded.
he went, but he didn't have a clue which line was which and stuff. So I think if you could do that, that'll alleviate a lot of that, because it is a very popular place. I mean, I'll be honest, it's one of the places I'm looking forward to probably more than anywhere else, which is ridiculous, when you think of all the food options there are over there now. To go in somewhere that's basically just a fast food place, it's like, but I can't wait to get back.
Yeah. Yeah, the mobile ordering thing I think is good. I mean, normally when we go there, to be honest, we kind of eat at odd hours. Like we intentionally skip that 11 to 1 period.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, you're supposed to. I mean, we're not rookies anymore. So, but yeah, I mean, it's still a great option if let's say, I have somebody that's hungry / cranky with me and they need to eat. I said someone, I didn't say who. I'm sure she's not listening. Don't worry.
He's talking about me.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool option.
I think the interesting thing is if they eventually roll it out to most places, when it crosses that line of becoming a quicker way of doing things to when everybody's doing it, and then it becomes the less quick way, and the quicker way is actually just to walk in and order your food.
Yeah.
Because it will get to that point.
Was it with Alicia? We were talking about this, I think, the last time we had her on, like maybe a couple months back, that I had mentioned that. I go, well, what happens when that, it gets so busy there that the other ones, isn't as quick, or, that just takes so much longer. And I think she had mentioned that they do this in Disney already.
Oh, was it not Michelle?
Was it Michelle?
When Michelle was on, yeah.
Yes, actually, you're right. Sorry, Michelle. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting to get to that point.
They're rolling it out fairly quickly. But when you consider that on the queue list system for the rides, that we kind of expected that to start getting flooded through the parks, and it hasn't really.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing I do want to bring up, and this could be quite interesting. Trizzy's never going to listen to this show, so she's never going to hear this, so I might not even tell her. But the Owl Post, of being able to post things internationally or wherever in Harry Potter wrapping, I wonder if they would wrap a voodoo donut coffin for you and send it home. Would they allow you in the park with a voodoo donut coffin like under your arm is an interesting question.
I don't see why not. I mean, it's not a dangerous weapon or anything like that, and they sell it inside City Walk.
So I'm going to fill it full of donuts and try and send it home.
Throw some dry ice bags in there just to keep it fresh.
Yeah. I am disappointed about the mural in Marvel, that they didn't take the opportunity to strip it and add Stanley in somewhere. I think that would have been a really nice thing to do, and that's what I thought they were doing. It just happened. It seemed more of a coincidence that they stripped it off to redo it at that time, just around the time of his passing. And I thought it would have been a really nice thing to do. I mean, it may well be that someone just hasn't noticed it, but it would have been pretty cool if they'd have added him in there.
I wonder if, and this is just kind of like my conspiracy theorist going off that way, but I mean, obviously Disney has the rights to Marvel, and maybe not wanting to, even though Stan Lee obviously is, the father of or co-father, if you want to consider illustrators and all that, which is fine. Maybe they didn't want to associate that, bring those two together to think of like Disney being that, Stan Lee, Marvel Cinematic Universe, all that kind of stuff. And this is just like, old comic book, cartoony style stuff. Again, conspiracy theorist thing going on there.
He's literally in the Spider-Man ride 6 times.
No, that's true. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a shame. It would have been a really
great.
nice tribute.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, the guy pretty much brought us all this really cool rides, park, movies, based off of his ideas. So
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shame. I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah. Anything else on those little things?
No, I think the rest of it's kind of left my head now. I was too busy typing things down. I probably missed some bits of it. Typing them down.
$30 Globus Mundi night bus shirt.
It was actually the hoodie was okay, but I when I buy hoodies from theme parks, I want stuff on the back. and it didn't have anything on the back. I think the hoodie didn't, but the shirt did.
The shirt. See, I like the shirt. The shirt, except for the price, but the shirt, I think the back said travel anywhere except underwater.
Yeah. It says whatever it says on the on like the route thing on the front of the bus. It was the same as that.
Okay.
But yeah, the hoodie had nothing. Like I like a hoodie with something on the back. I have 2 Universal hoodies at this point. I have the Universal one that I bought, I think the second time we came over, like 2005, that's still actually in really good condition. And then my Halloween Horror Nights one from HHN 25, all with a big thing on the back. Yet the Night Bus one didn't have anything. It was actually very downplayed, I thought. It had like the little logo on the chest, and that was it.
Here's the weird thing. I kind of like those.
Okay.
Right. So like I'll do like the big, like exaggerated stuff in there. Like I almost want to buy that 2018 Universal one where it's super cheesy, or 2019.
Oh no, I love it. Like, I love that
it's
t-shirt.
It's like cheesy, but it's so cheesy that it's like, okay, that's cool. And I look at it like, oh, in 10 years, it's going to look like really cheesy back on this time. But I also am a fan of just like that simple, like just a little pocket.
Let's go on, Chris, be honest. You want to be able to wear Universal stuff without people knowing you're wearing Universal stuff.
Basically. Yeah.
You need to embrace it. Embrace the fact that you are a theme park nerd.
Okay, just slap a big globe on the back and we'll be good.
There's no point in being embarrassed now because you are as deep in as you can possibly get at this point.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's funny. I have some friends there that I would make fun of them all the time because they were Disney pass holders. And I would always they were always going up there and everything. And then we became pass holders. I used to be a pass holder a long time ago. We became pass holders, me and Alexa. And then we started going up all the time and we started beating, them on how many times we'd go up there. And then unfortunately I couldn't make fun of them anymore. Like that last time I made fun of them for going, they called me out. They're like, you are on a podcast about a theme park, so don't make fun of me going up to Disney. I go, okay, fair.
I embraced it a long time ago. I embraced it when my work colleagues found out that I did this. That was the most embarrassing day of my life, especially when one of them suddenly pulls his phone out of his pocket and starts playing one about, and like, oh my God. That was embarrassing. It was the opening of Diagon Alley episode, and I remember someone turned around going, did he just say that he cried walking into that land? And it's like, you just don't get it. You don't get it unless you've done it.
Very true. All right. So let's see. Actually, could you talk to us about Bob Marley's Birthday Jam?
Right. So Bob Marley, for his birthday, is making some strawberry jam. No, it's not. Had to give this one to Darren if he was here because he doesn't like that restaurant. But apparently it's Bob Marley's birthday on February the 9th. So to celebrate, Universal Orlando is inviting guests to go to a tribute to freedom, apparently. The Bob Marley, a tribute to freedom restaurant to celebrate Bob Marley's birthday jam. The celebration will be kicking off at 3 p.m. and guests will enjoy... I hate that word, guests. It's so... I don't know, generic, cold. Visitors,
park goers.
They'll enjoy a reggae band, a DJ, steel drummers, authentic Jamaican food, specialty drinks, birthday cake. Awesome, Tracy, you need to go. There's some birthday cake. And more. I always like, what's the more? And then from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., guests of all ages can enjoy Bob Marley's birthday jam and receive free admission. To what? See how I just copied and pasted this? Get free admission to what? And then after 7 o'clock, the venue... Oh, it's obviously inside the restaurant. Free admission to the restaurant. Isn't it normally free to go in the restaurant?
Yeah, during the daytime, it's free. At nighttime, they'll charge you to get in, but...
Is that true?
Yeah, because it turns into like one of the... I think it's at 9 o'clock. It turns into like the nightclub, if you want to call it. And I know this because it's one of my favorites because I love reggae music.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, yeah, they have a live reggae band every single night, and it's actually pretty good. The bands they have there are like a 6-piece band, and but they charge you like the $5 to get in.
Okay.
So the little trick is you get in there right before, you get in for free,
yep.
And then you can leave. They'll stamp you, and then you're good for the rest of the night.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, on that day after 7 o'clock, it'll be 21 and up, and it'll cost you $12. So you can purchase your tickets by calling 407-224-2691 or at the restaurant itself. Does this appeal to you at all? Well,
to me, yes.
Yes.
You know, just because again, I think we always go to that spot at least to we try to go unless we're like super busy. But I like reggae music, and I'll go in there to like watch the band play. It's a nice crowd in there. And again, like we try to go out to the city walk at nighttime. Sometimes we're just exhausted from the park. So it's, as you know, right? I mean, you just kind of want to go
Chris,
back.
you haven't even experienced it yet. You wait. You'll be
I'll
3 inches shorter by the time we come back home this year.
And we have to wake up at 6:30 for breakfast. So, you know.
No, 5:30.
Oh, that's right. We have to be there at 6:30. Okay.
I do like looking at City Walk. This is the first time I've actually put it together. There's a lot of live entertainment in the restaurants at City Walk. You think there's usually some sort of live act in Margaritaville.
Yeah.
There's the mariachi band in Antijitos. You've got the dueling piano or the piano guy or the dueling piano guy in Pat O'Brien's.
Mm-hmm.
And then what you said with the reggae music in Bob Marley's. There's actually a lot of options, and I'm a huge fan of live music.
Yeah.
Have you not seen the mariachi band in Antijitos?
So we've never eaten there.
Oh,
and
what?
I think it's just because like we're in South Florida, so I can throw a rock and we have Hispanic and Mexican food everywhere. So that's the only reason why. Like we've not that we're turned off by the restaurant, just we have so much of it here. But we want to do it. We want to go there one time and do it. We're kind of hooked on Vivo right now. It's like one of our favorite restaurants to go to, the Italian joint.
I'm trying to convince Tracy to go, and she's looked through the menu and she's kind of like, there's nothing really
at Vivo
there I fancy. Yeah.
It's so good. They make their own pasta in-house, and it's like an open kitchen setup. It is so good. I'm telling you. And we have a ton of pasta places, but we still go to Vivo. Like you got to go there at least once this next time you guys go up.
Oh, I have every intentions of talking her into it. Well, we found out recently, I know Tracy put a call out on the show 2 weeks ago about Hot Dog Hall of Fame. You know, about the veggie hot dogs or whether they would just replace any of them. We've had 2 people get in touch. I think it was Jacqueline Colpitt's the first one, and then Sean Hill got in touch with us a couple of days ago. And the answer is yes, you can get any of those hot dogs and they will just replace the normal meat hot dog with the veggie dog, which is good because it's somewhere I want to eat at, and Tracy won't eat meat hot dogs, so we have that option now. So that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a Toothsome and Vivo we haven't eaten at. The major ones, like Breadbox and Menchie's and those little places, but out of the sort of new ones that have opened recently, I think they're the only 2 we haven't eaten at, and Toothsome is a definite when we come over.
That's still one of our favorites too.
I fancy chocolate-covered cockroaches.
Yeah, not so much. No, not so much from our end.
We haven't heard anything about that, so I'm assuming they sorted it out.
Or somebody ordered all of them.
Maybe.
You never know.
What is which is your Vivo your favorite then on City Walk at this point, Chris?
Right now, yeah. And before it was like Twosomes, we were going there every trip. Because remember, we just do the small weekend trips.
Yeah.
But every trip up there, we would go. What we've been doing lately with Twosome, which actually works out pretty well, is we've been coming out of the parks and going there for lunchtime, and then just going right back in, and it's empty.
Yeah.
And then the other reason why is that the price that we'll pay for like a pasta dish or some other kind of like fancier dish there is the same price we'll pay for like a slice of pizza and a breadstick inside the park, and it's much better quality. Right. So we just take a little break, we sit outside in the patio. It's a nice view out there. Like it's been working out for us lately.
That's the thing that annoys me about the parks not staying open later, because you would be more tempted to leave the park and go into City Walk for lunch if you knew you weren't. I think it's, for me, not getting to go that often. It's like I want to spend all my time in the park, so to come out goes against everything that I stand for when I go to a theme park.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We did it once to a certain meat fish place, and we all know how that went.
We still haven't had a bad experience there. We haven't been there in a while, but
I think it's one of those places that it just seems to be really hit or miss. It's you either go and have a great experience or you go and have a terrible one. And it's such a shame because it was the one place I was probably looking forward to more than any of the others. And I just felt severely let down by it. But anyway.
I think you need to live stream you guys eating there this next trip, just so everybody can see your reactions.
Michelle's trying to talk us into going back. She's desperate for us to go back and try it again because she loves it there, and I know she keeps going, you need to try it again. So we've been working out the itinerary for the weekend. She's even for the days we're not part of the weekend, she's already put it in the itinerary. Cowfish again. And I'm like, really? All right, well, we'll see.
Well, let's take a quick little break so we can pay the light bill and hear something from Mouse and Muggle.
Mouse and Muggle Travel Company, our services are completely free to you. We don't just do Universal. We can do Disney. We can actually do anything. I don't know if anybody knows that. We can do anything. We can book absolutely anything, and it's super easy. We have a website. Just go to mouseandmuggle.com, and we have a link there for a free quote request. You just fill it out. That email comes straight to me, and either Robin or I will handle it, or if we're a little bombarded, then we'll send you off to one of our expert agents. But we'll take good care of you. So reach out to us at any time.
All right, and we are back. So let us continue this topic of food, I guess, with which Voodoo do you do clip?
Hey guys, this is Jeffrey from Montreal, Canada. This is Which Voodoo Do You Do? My wife and I just came back from Universal. We brought home a box of 6. We tried them all out. I've come down to a couple of conclusions. My top runner-ups are definitely the orange creamsicle, and for me personally, the maple bacon donut. It was fantastic. The savory, I mean, we're Canadian, so maple syrup and bacon, it's like in our blood. So if I had to pick between the two, I'd say the orange creamsicle donut. And just one little side note, we tried the Halloween Horror Nights donut, which is pretty tasty. It's got some Oreo on it and some jam in the middle, pretty good. The worst donut we got out of all of them is the Captain, My Captain, the Captain Crunch one, because I don't know, cereal just doesn't work on donuts because it goes stale and it just felt kind of bland. So that was my least favorite, but definitely the orange creamsicle is the best. You guys are awesome. We're at the hotel now. We are zonked and we are ready to go to bed. So yeah, orange creamsicle. You guys take care. Bye.
Nice.
That puts the orange creamsicle actually in the lead at the moment. And I've still got quite a few to get to.
It's a good one. You're going to have that one and like 50 other ones when you get here.
I've really wanted to try the Grinch one, but I'm assuming it was only seasonal.
Yeah, don't mention that one. We went up there and I think they stopped serving it the day before. We got there, yeah.
Gutted. It's like hot butterbeer. I know that it's not going to be there when we come this year, and I'm just going to cry.
Yeah. Lee, would you like to tell them how they can send in their clips if they have any?
Of course. So what we want you to do is go to Voodoo Donut and try as many as you possibly can. And then decide which one is your most favourite donut and then record us a message, ideally at the parks, if you can, because they're the best ones to hear, on your phone or whatever, and send it to us as an MP3 and send it to us at podcast@UUOP podcast, and you can call it Which Voodoo Do You Do or WVDYD. Is that right?
Sure.
That was good off the top of my head, I think.
That was good. And then you too can become famous with your 15 seconds of fame.
Absolutely.
On this podcast.
Yes, because we will play them all.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm looking forward
if we
to
get enough, we'll just have like a whole episode of just Which Voodoo Do You Do?
I think when we finished off the Florian Fortescue's ice cream debate, I think over the course of 2 episodes, we played something like 16 clips to wrap it all up at the end. It's funny actually listening to people fight over them. It's literally people fight. No, I prefer this one. It's funny, especially from the parks.
Nice. Okay, so we also have a listener question here.
Yeah, just us two.
One, yeah. So this one is from Charles, and it goes, hello, UUOP friends. I was watching a YouTube video and I had a thought. With Islands of Adventure rumored to have 2 coasters, Harry Potter and Jurassic Park, coming in the next few years, do you think hypothetically that Universal is getting ready to give up Marvel to Disney? These coasters would give Universal a replacement for the Hulk while the retheming takes place. I understand the contract for Marvel is pretty airtight, but I would not put it past these 2 companies to make a back channel deal, especially if Disney would technically own 2 properties in the parks, which are Marvel and Simpsons. And it would just be Universal paying Disney to do nothing. I could totally be off base, but I would like to hear your opinions on the subject. Thanks for all the entertainment the team provides. Charles Schaller.
Well, you're welcome. Go on, Chris. I'll let
Yes.
you go first. I have my thoughts.
I don't personally think it's a direct, putting in a roller coaster to take out, the Marvel theming. Because if you go based off of that, they're still going to keep that Hulk coaster, right? If they're going to do the whole area there, I don't think they're going to just drown everything out. They may do a retheming temporarily, and then later on maybe level the land and do something completely different. So I don't think Universal cares so much about a coaster count. Inside, I hope they do, because we love coasters. That may change as we get older, but we'll see.
Oh, trust me, it will.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think they're doing it directly for that. But if they are, it's a really smart move, because that's a more of a strategic mindset of going out 4 or 5 years, saying, hey, eventually we may end up losing this. You know what I mean? So they may be doing that. What do you think?
I think, to pull back the curtain, we've already recorded next week's episode, and we kind of talked a little bit about this with Alicia. She believes that it's more a replacement of the fact that we've lost Dragon Challenge, which is 2 separate coasters. So you're replacing one with the new Potter coaster and then the second one with the Jurassic Park coaster. Do I think they're doing it so they can get rid of Marvel Island? No. Like you said, I think a lot of the talk when they redid the Hulk was how little theming there was to the queue and that attraction now, and how a lot of people felt that was so it was easier for them to potentially come in and just retheme it to something else entirely. I don't know how much it cost to pull the track out and redo it, but I can't imagine it was a small amount of money, and for them to be thinking that in the next couple of years they're just going to pull that coaster down entirely. I mean, that was always the draw to that park. You can see it from Universal Boulevard, you see it coming into the parking lot, you see it from all over the place. I can't see them wanting to replace that. Do I want Disney to come in and take Marvel off them at this point? Do you know what? I actually had a conversation with Tracy tonight. I can't remember what we were watching, and I just think at this point, yeah, do you know what? I wish they'd work something out and just come in and get rid of Marvel. I'd rather. You've kind of got a point at this where you've got Disney can't really do everything they want to do with it because of the Universal deal. Universal can't really do anything with it because of the Disney deal. I'd rather them sort it out so Marvel can go full steam ahead with it and actually do something decent with it, and then allow Universal to retheme that land to something that they do have a bit more control over.
Yeah, I think the only people hurting now are just the fans, because they can't get, like you said, full potential of each land.
No,
I'm with you. I think if Disney and Universal struck a deal, Universal can ask for a ridiculous amount of money for them to get the rights. If they told Disney, hey, give us X amount of money and you can have Marvel and go do whatever you want at Magic Kingdom or whatever park, or build a whole new park, we don't care. They can then use that money and dump it back into the parks, and we can get some amazing, attractions out of that. Now, would I be sad to lose Spider-Man? Absolutely. But we still have Transformers.
Exactly.
And I'm sure they would implement that technology in a new ride or whatever the theming is going to be, or do something completely different. But yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I'm at the point too. I love Marvel. but it wouldn't be devastating to like lose that. Like that wouldn't be as bad as if they took all of Harry Potter out of the parks. That would be a big blow to Universal.
Like I do wonder at this point how much of a draw to the parks Marvel is at Universal.
That's the thing. Like, it's not a really big like promotional thing that they're doing, right? Everything is Harry Potter, and whatever new attractions that come out.
Actually, that is very interesting. So, going back to that T-shirt that you were talking about, was there any Marvel stuff on that front of that T-shirt, Chris? I'm just trying to pull up the image on our Instagram. I don't think there was.
I want to say the Hulk just because I always have a picture of the Hulk smashing something on T-shirts, but maybe not.
No.
There's no Marvel at all on it? Wow. So there you go. They don't really care about they don't care about Marvel as much as I guess we care about it.
That's very telling, actually.
Here's another question. Is there anything Marvel related in the cinematic spectacular or celebration?
No.
No, right? And that should tell you something, right? I mean, I think we talked about that on the last show where, I think Seth mentioned it, right? Anything in that show was something that's either, going to be around in the parks for a while or coming soon or whatever the case may be. We don't see a lot of Marvel advertising at all, really.
Not at all. Now. No, that's like even we've just started to get the TV ads over here. And as far as I can remember, there's nothing. It's all, like you say, it's Minions, it's Harry Potter.
And I feel like the coaster they feature the most is Rip Ride Rocket, too.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I got to go back and see some ads now. Yeah.
Yeah. I've never thought about it until that point. But yes, they don't really push Marvel, which you can't blame them, I suppose. I'm sure it's still bringing them some money in as far as merchandise and stuff. But you don't want to be promoting your competitor's brand. So they're kind of distancing themselves from it a little bit and saying, we have this here, but this is what you want to come for. I mean, let's be honest, Potter's the draw for most people going to the parks.
Yeah, of course. Of course, they're the ones. I mean, again, the front of every single ad is, a kid inside of a robe with a wand and doing all that stuff, which is working for them. So go for it.
So I hope that answers your question, Charles. But that was quite an interesting discussion, actually.
Yeah. Thanks, Charles. Now, there is some Mardi Gras information that we got. So, Lee, please do fill us in on this.
I'll be much more excited talking about this next year as we will be going. But this year, we've had the headliner concerts on most of them, and this will be a case of me going, Chris, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Because I haven't heard of most of these, to be honest.
I'll probably do that with half of them too, so
right,
don't worry.
Okay, so let's go. So the 2019 Mardi Gras headliners lineup is as follows. So on February the 9th, we have Bush, which I do know. It's a song. There's a song that's very dear to mine and Tracy's heart that we bonded over when we first got together by Bush. I won't tell you what it's called because it's kind of, it could have rude connotations. On February the 16th, we have Gavin DeGraw. He sounds like a country person.
Yeah.
I think he's there every year. On February the 17th, right, this is a new one on me, Dan and Shay.
They are also country, and they're actually, if I'm not too big into country, like I like it and I listen to it, I think they're kind of big too.
Okay.
So that's an interesting act to get over there.
On February the 23rd, we'll have Macklemore. I didn't know him from being on last year.
Yeah, and he'll draw a crowd.
On March the 2nd, this is my favourite, To Be Announced.
I heard they are an up-and-coming group, so definitely look out for those guys.
Well, they must be good because this isn't the first time they're on. This isn't the last time they're on. March 9th, we have Becky G.
Not a clue.
Nope. March 10th, we have Sean Paul. I know him.
Yeah, he's cool.
Is that right?
He was cool in the... What'd you say? All right.
It drives me up the wall because when I was working at work last year in the plaster room, they had the radio on all the time, and that's and all these more than diamonds, more than gold.
That's pretty
He
good.
doesn't talk like that. That's the thing. It's like Shaggy. Shaggy
No.
doesn't talk like he sings or raps, whatever you want to call it. Anyway,
He didn't sound like a frog. No.
no. But a pretty decent. Most
Yeah.
young. I feel like a really old fart now. I'm going to say most young people would know who Sean Paul is. On March 16th, the Steve Miller Band. Classic
That's
band.
awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're a good one. I know if we were able to go, that would be one. Tracy would be like, I'll go and see the Steve Miller Band. And on March 17th, we have Ziggy Marley. I assume that's Bob Marley's child.
Yes, one of many, but yes.
And what type of music does he provide?
He's reggae as well. So it'll be interesting. I would go to that if I could.
Okie dokie. And then on March 23rd, we have NF.
So he's actually
It's a person, is it?
It is a individual person. I've heard some of his music. It's actually pretty good. He's a rapper. If you want to compare him to somebody, you can kind of put it in the stylings of like an Eminem.
Okay.
Where he's like, but not. He doesn't rap about the same stuff Eminem does.
Yeah.
But he does like kind of aggressive rap.
Okay.
But I've actually seen like stuff where he's kind of, touring more and more. So that's an interesting act. I think I would have probably gone to see him too. It's kind of cool.
Okay. And then on March 24th, we have the return of Pitbull. He's there every year, isn't he?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
He's riding the waves, to get the pun there, riding the waves of his little cameo in Aquaman this year, or last
Is
year.
that what it is?
Yeah, he did some song for the Aquaman soundtrack.
That does not even blend together in the world to me.
I can't even remember it, to be honest with you. And then on March 30th, we have To Be Announced Again, very popular.
Okay.
And then back
Coming
again by popular demand on March 31st is To Be Announced Again.
I mean, these guys are killing it out there. Why not bring them back 3 nights in the whole season?
I think the days of seeing someone like a Fallout Boy at Universal are gone.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it's for good reason, though.
Yes.
I don't think like an artist that you would really want to go see, like let's say a big artist, do you think at your age right now, right? I'm not saying that in a bad way. Not that you're like 18, right? Because I would do things 10 years ago that I won't do now.
Yeah.
Would you go inside that crowd and deal with that?
No.
The answer is probably not. I mean, I've been there on off nights where there's just some random artist and I still get that like, not claustrophobic, but just kind of overwhelming by everybody. Yeah. And I don't want to deal with people and sweat. It's the end of the night. I'm tired. Again, now I sound old, but I don't think you can do these big guys because it's going to, crowd control is just crazy at that point.
I mean, in fairness, there's some big names there. A lot of them I've heard of.
Mm-hmm. Steve Miller Band, I think, should draw on a crowd, to be honest. I mean,
yeah. There's people who are going to sound like a right pair of old granddads now. People who are in the charts now that you still hear on the radio on a daily basis. So it's not like they've just got, it's not like Epcot when they do their Eat to the Beat concert or whatever, where it's Herman and the Hermits who were like, most of them are dead and it's just, I don't know what they've managed to cobble together.
It's one of the Hermits.
But a fairly decent line. I mean, let's be honest, they don't have to do them.
Yeah. And this is not an extra charge.
No,
that's
and that's
the other big thing.
Yeah, that's a massive thing. And that's why you find, like with, say, a Fallout Boy, that you will get people who go, do you know what? I'll go and I'll spend 2 or 3 hours riding rides and then I'll get myself some food and I'll stake my place out and I'll just sit in front of that stage for the rest of the day and then enjoy, a relatively cheap concert to see Fallout Boy and then I'll fight the crowds to get out.
Yeah, yeah. Especially now with concert prices, which are ridiculous. But I mean, if you like somebody there, it's definitely worth the trip. If you've never been to Mardi Gras, you should definitely go, even on a night that doesn't have a concert, because they have a band in the streets and they have all that, like energy going on. So it's still a good time.
I'm very excited for going next year. I know Tracy's been badgering me for years and we are booked up to come over for next year.
You've never done it, right?
No.
Okay. All right.
What does that
Should be
mean?
fun.
I'm looking forward to it.
No, I'm saying it's a new experience for you guys.
I can't wait.
Like seeing it.
I think it was talking to Blake Braswell last year about the parade and stuff. the guy who helped create it last year, that really got me excited. I've always been kind of like, yeah, it'd be cool, and Tracy's like desperate to go. And then having spoken to Blake, I'm like, it sounds really, really awesome. And then I've watched like Kenneth's videos on our YouTube channel, and it's a completely different atmosphere from a normal day in the park.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the other thing that we love doing, right? So you mentioned you like live music. We're huge live music fans. But one of the things that they did last year, and it changed from the year prior, but they have like almost like a street band, right? That just kind of plays in the streets. Before, they used to kind of walk around. Last year, I think they were in the corner where the Horror Night store usually is. So they're like set up there. And that whole little thing becomes like a little block party. And it's just fun. Like if you're like me, I love people watching and just like seeing random, things. And it's a great spot just to kind of like, you can grab food right across the street in little booths or a drink, whatever, post up against the wall, and then just people watching, hear, music playing and stuff like that. And there's a lot of energy there. It's a good time. It's a good time.
I am desperate, and I know Tracy is desperate, that we want to get on a float to launch beads at people. I may have to have a word with Blake.
And if you get to do the king and queen, that is the best thing ever. I'm not trying to brag. It was so much fun.
Well, I am friends with one of the creative members. I wonder if he can swing it for me. I'm hoping we'll get Blake on again this year to speak to him about it. But
yeah, you get air quote picked.
That'll be awesome.
At random.
Yeah, because I know I'm just reading through the notes here. This year's parade floats are going to be party animal themed, apparently. And they'll debut 6 new floats featuring animals from the Arctic, the jungle, the ocean, and more. There you go. There's that more again. But the parade looks really cool. Again, I love a parade, and it's not something Universal really do. Because the Superstar parade's a bit
Yeah.
And it's a shame. I don't know whether you ever went to Horror Nights when they used to do the Festival of the Dead parade, Chris.
What year were they doing that?
I know they did it when we went, which was 2004. I don't know when they stopped.
Because I've been going since 2003, I think it is. I think it was 3. But then my memory of Horror Nights, like the older the year, the less memory I have of it. I didn't really pay as much attention and focus on that because we would go with like a big group of friends.
Yeah.
So it was more about, we were just graduating and stuff. Yeah. We were just out there just to kind of like, it was just putting us in a different location. That was the only thing.
Yeah.
But, as I got older and stuff like that, I appreciated everything a lot more. And then now it's just like, it's a completely different experience the way I experience Horror Nights today than I did, 10, 15 years ago. So
it's like even that first time we went, I have no memory of it. Like my memory of it, like even just the parks back then. Because it was the first time we'd ever been. It's like, I know the parks so well now, and I try and think about Horror Night that year, because that was the year they did it over both parks, and I just can't get my head round. It doesn't, my memory of the parks isn't what I know they are now. It's just bizarre.
Like, one of the things I always think about is I was there when they did the Field of Screams. And to me, thinking about that right now is such a cool idea. But I don't remember it. Like, I know we did it because I remember walking around Islands of Adventure, and like one of the coolest things there was like they had these giant stilt figure guys that looked like part of the rock walls, and they were the best. They were one of the best props there because they're on stilts, they're against the wall in a dark area, and then attached to their head, they have a bush that matches the top of the bush there.
Awesome.
So what they would do is they would shake their head and have like this clicking noise. And it would draw people close to it, thinking they're looking up really far, like, oh, what's up there? Then the whole rock creature would come out and get you. And it was amazing.
Where was that? I missed that because that was the year, Field of Screams was 2004, the year we came over.
That was inside the Jurassic Park area. So they had the 2 like main like scare things there were these stilt rock guys that were against the wall. And then there were these like tiny things that were like shrubs, like shrubbery that hung out inside the plant area, like, and it was all dark.
Yeah,
and it was a lot of fun back then. But again, I only have very little memory.
Yeah,
I wish I can go back today with my mentality and like enjoy 2003 Horror Nights again. It'd be such a cool experience.
Absolutely. But yeah, so Mardi Gras this year is running daily. Daily, I like the fact that it's not just concert nights now as well. that you get to go and experience, because the annual passes we've just got, we're actually blacked out at the concerts. So unless there's someone comes and just goes, I need to see that, and we'll have go and upgrade, we'll just go for the actual Mardi Gras itself. But it runs daily from February 9th to April 4th. So there you go.
Who would you have to see there to upgrade your pass?
That's an interesting
What would be the
question,
name?
actually. I don't honestly know. Maybe Shinedown. If Shinedown were playing, I think that would make us upgrade our tickets. I don't know, actually. Realistically, there's no one that I listen to really are going to play Universal. I can guarantee you that. My tastes are a bit more eclectic than the stuff that they usually play on there.
Yeah. Well, maybe if Ghost shows up out there, Darren will show up.
Darren will be, without a doubt.
He'll be there at 8 a.m, just waiting in the front. Like, let's do this. Cool. Okay, so to start wrapping
things up, aren't we?
Yeah. So the Endless Summer Resort is now open for booking. So Universal is now accepting reservations at Universal's Endless Summer Resort, Dockside Inn and Suites, from May 2020. All 2,800 rooms and 2-bedroom suites at Universal's Endless Summer Resort, Surfside Inn and Suites, and Dockside Inn and Suites are now available for booking. The Dockside Inn and Suites is a coastal theme hotel inspired by the breathtaking sunsets and will join its sister property, the Surfside Inn and Suites, in the destination's all-new value category, with rates starting at $76 per night. The destination's newest hotel will offer 2,050 relaxed and casual guest rooms and suites.
What's a relaxed and casual guest room?
Well,
I don't understand what that means.
They...
Is there a stressed out hotel room?
There's incense in there that just kind of gets you in special incense. You're much more relaxed.
No, it says the room is relaxed.
Oh, well, it's not as tense. It's further away from the park. That's why.
Sorry, Chris.
That's okay. Families needing a bit more space will find it easy to spread out and unwind in the 2-bedroom suites, which start at $115 per night for a 7-night stay. Now, these suites sleep 6 comfortably and feature a kitchenette and separate bath and vanity areas, so the whole family can get ready in time to experience early park admission. It's the perfect home base for families of any size to experience all that Universal Orlando has to offer at a quality that's simply unmatched anywhere else in Orlando.
Interesting. That's an interesting statement.
Well, going to be bold. Be bold all the way.
That is, though, a value that with, what was it? The quality
a quality that's simply unmatched anywhere else in Orlando.
That's a bold statement.
It is, especially after we saw Aventura open up. So
they saying that the Dockside Inn and Suites and the Surfside Inn and Suites are better than the Portofino Bay?
I think what they're trying...
Or in that category?
Didn't say in that category. It is saying for families of any size. So maybe they're targeting larger families with the 2-bedroom suite.
To be honest, I know coming over for 4 of us, unless you want to be stuck in a room with two quid. Most of the hotel rooms in Orlando, they're all much of a muchness. Even the ones at Disney, when we stayed at the Port Orleans French Quarter, it's 2 queen beds. You're both stuck in the same room. And if you've got 2 kids sharing a bed together, that rolling around, oh my God, it is a nightmare. So trying to find somewhere, at least up the end where we want to be, up near Universal, trying to find somewhere that gives you a suite that has separate bedrooms, there's not a lot of option.
No, there isn't. And I think they're capitalizing on that market there, which, if you think about it, would have been the first thing you want to kind of get into, because you're having a lot of families come. A lot of families also will bring the grandmother too. Yeah. You want to throw her in a separate room as well, preferably the farthest for most. But yeah, it's smart to do. It's so many suites that they're doing here too. I forgot what the number was,
especially when you look at that iDrive market, definitely. But I think they've got one eye on 2022, 23.
Yeah.
That hotel is in the perfect spot that's going to be between the current property and the new property.
Yeah, and I think, if you remember a few months back, I think we had a conversation offline where I spoke to I randomly bumped into this, looked like a manager of something. over at Sapphire, and we just got into a random conversation about something, and he was like kind of wandering off, going like, "Oh yeah, because we started acting dumb, going, "Oh, what's this being built over here?" And he just was like, "Yeah, we're building these hotels over here, and we're going to be expanding because there's going to be a new park coming, yada yada yada." Which, at that time I was like, what do you know? But maybe he knew more than what he led on to believe. But his whole thing was, he's like, yeah, they want to get as many rooms as we can now to prepare for a new park because we're going to have that much more guests, and so which it makes sense. I mean, all this is kind of Universal's doing it right, thinking out strategically years ahead so that they can get the stuff in there and capitalize on all the money, right? Yeah. Let's not just be the destination. Let's be where you sleep, where you eat, where you do all that stuff. So we got to build it out for you.
They want to do what Disney are doing. I know from staying on Disney property that how difficult it was to step outside of that bubble. So the days when we were going up to SeaWorld or we were going up to Universal, it was a pain in the ass, I'll be honest. Mm-hmm. It was easier. It was easier to go down into the food court, which was horrendous, to be honest. But it was easier than trying to fight your way out of Disney World to find somewhere to go for breakfast and then go off to wherever you were going. And that's what Universal are trying to do, which is very savvy of them.
Yeah, it's like, a lot of these companies out there like try to provide like as much frictionless, obstacles in your way so you use their product, while Universal and Disney are doing the opposite, right? They're creating the most amount of friction for you to be able to leave, so that you want to have to come stay over here and do this. I mean, I know, like, even staying at Sapphire, it's like one little thing I always think about, where we stayed, I forgot, like back-to-back weekends once because my parents wanted to go, and we did like a longer trip, and we got a little tired of eating some of the same foods that were in there, so we wanted to leave. But like, just the thought of like going all the way to the Sapphire parking lot from where we were staying on one of the towers, which is on the complete opposite. Actually, no, we were in Cabana. Sorry. We were all the way at the other end, and it was so much of a pain for us to think about going and doing all that. We're like, let's just eat here in the food court. You know? It's part of the plan.
Well, I know from talking to Darren, when they stayed at Sapphire Falls, he did not have a pleasant experience, because he said it was just a night getting like from your hotel room to the lobby and then to the car, and
Yeah. Hold on. So guests at both Surfside Inn and Suites and Dockside Inn and Suites can take advantage of exclusive Universal Orlando benefits to enjoy an epic vacation, including early park admission, quick complimentary shuttle bus transportation to and from theme parks and Universal City Walk, destination-wide charging privileges with their room key, and complimentary delivery of merchandise purchased throughout the resort to their hotel. To book a stay at Universal's Endless Summer Resort, visit universalorlando.com or call 1-800-BE-A-STAR. Or if you'd like to support the show, you can reach out to Mouse and Muggle, who can help you out with not only the hotel reservation, but your entire trip as well.
Awesome.
Mouse and Muggle.
Oh, Chris.
It's been a year, but I'm getting there, okay?
That's awesome. For the first time, one of the biggest benefits of staying in one of those then is that package delivery. Because if you're staying like on site, it's not a big deal. Whereas when you're staying over there, getting your stuff delivered back to your hotel is quite a big deal, I think. And probably the only time that perk's worth the effort.
Yeah, definitely. And nobody wants to be lugging a bag full of stuff across International Drive and going back to the hotel. So that's an awesome little perk.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll definitely look forward to staying there whenever it finally opens around in 2 years, right? 2020?
Yeah. May. Is it May or March?
Oh, 1 year. No, we're in 2019. Yeah, sometime. So.
Oh, 14 months.
Yes. Well.
Cool.
I think that was a pretty news-packed show we had for you today.
Yeah, just the two of us, a bit of breathing room. And I actually reined myself in a little bit. Chris, you got to talk quite a lot.
I know. I'll have to give up some talking next time, but this was our non-ASMR intimate show. So look out for the next one that we do. It'll definitely be ASMR-astic.
But we have to all eat onions like the Grinch.
For Lee and myself, Chris, This has been the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast.
Cut, print. That's a wrap for another episode of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Never miss a show by subscribing on Apple Podcasts and leave us a rating and review while you're there. Not an Apple user? You can listen on Stitcher, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, or your podcatcher of choice. Email us any questions or comments to podcast@uuopodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, Instagram, and Pinterest. Just search UUO Podcast. Keep up with the latest news, rumors, and updates on our blog at uuopodcast.com. Thanks for listening. See you next week.